Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another video. I like to build before I go to bed at night. It's how I wind down. So whether it's late for you or you're just starting your day, or it's in the middle of your day and you're at school or work and just need some time to chill out, thanks for joining me today for this speed build. We're going to be building a family cube home. So this home is inspired by a home that I saw online, and I liked it because it looks like it was built with cubes, these big cement square cubes on the outside. But on the inside, I wanted it to feel very natural, very gender neutral. And the story for the family I was thinking would live here is a single mom or a single dad with a couple kids. So I imagine this person's some kind of designer, maybe interior design, maybe fashion design, maybe they're an architect, and they live here with their two kids. And that they maybe have half the time or every other weekend, that sort of thing. So, part time mom, dad, single parent, doing it all on their own when they have them. I just thought this would be a really nice, cool house for that type of family. So, as I mentioned, the exterior is going to be very blocky, very cubic, very modern, and then the interior, I try and lighten it up with a lot of woods, lighter woods, and really fun, kind of homey furnishings, as you'll see. So, right now, I'm just figuring out the floor plan. It is an open floor plan downstairs with a living room, dining, and kitchen. And then upstairs, we have a family room and two bedrooms. Oh, also downstairs, there is an office and a bathroom in the back. That is going to be a carport with this really cool built in grill. It's a deck that goes right off of the main living space, right off the kitchen, where you could go out, you could have your little parties and grill and hang out by the pool. We also add a pool in later, which I think is really fun. I do use custom content on this build, as I mention all the time. I know some people don't like to use custom content, but I think it's a great money saver if you don't have all the game packs, if you don't have all the expansion packs. And even if you do, there's just a lot of great creators out there who spend their time making new couches and recolors on Maxis products, on their couches and then on their counters and all of that. So it's really fun to use. I will link in the description to all of that custom content if you would like to use it. And I end up kind of spending a lot of time trying to find the right exterior. This block cement that I use, that I try out first, actually ends up being what I go with. So I almost use those plastic squares because they look more like the picture, but I really enjoy that stone look of these particular rectangular tiles. So the description of this is a cube home, but I understand the shape of the building itself is more of a rectangle. The cube comes from the block like structure that it looks like in the inspiration photo. And so, again, just adding these little touches of wood, the trellises there to kind of make it feel a little less stark, a little less cold, because those bricks are so modern and are so gray. I'm trying to bring in some wood elements to really balance that out and make that feel a little bit more inviting, which I think at the end we achieve that. But let me know in the comments. Let me know if this is a place that you would like to live or like to use and play in your game, or download it and renovate it. And then let me know. I would love to see it. Just make sure to tag it as Jezzy Sims. I will also put this up on the gallery as well, so feel free to play with it. I think it's a really fun build. Again, with this stone, I don't know what was happening to me today. It just kind of seemed like the first wallpapers I was picking worked out, which never happens. So I cycle through to try a bunch of other ones, but the first one I picked ended up looking good. So I wasted a lot of time, but that usually is never the case. I usually go through a couple different options before I find the right one. So yep, just putting some windows around. I love those trellises outside, and I kind of try and keep that light wood motif going. I think those trellises were the inspiration for that. So we use those very light, wide plank floors. We use all white walls, but we use those really nice floating stairs in that same light wood tone, floating shelves in the kitchen. And I like how that, you'll see in a moment, that recessed little area with the shelves, we put the fridge built in right next to that, which I think comes out very nice. And it's very dark. I apologize, we're about to add some some lighting. So um, yeah, as I mentioned, it's 2 bedrooms upstairs and an office downstairs. However, that office right there in the back will have a large wardrobe, so it could very easily be converted into a 3 bed. And there is a bathroom next to that. That could be a guest suite, that could be a butler's suite, or a grandparent if they happen to live with this sim. But as I mentioned, my idea was that this sim parent, single parent, would be some kind of designer. So I thought it was really important that they have a home studio. And I love at the top of the stairs, I changed that railing from a glass railing to something else, but I do make that kind of a planter. I think I might do that off camera, but you will see it at the end in the screenshots. So again, making sure all the doors match. Each bathroom does have an ensuite bathroom upstairs, so it's 2 beds, 2 different suites, but the master suite is obviously a little bit bigger. And then I love this. Now, it's a walk-through wardrobe in order to get to the bedroom, and I think it's very pretty, and we'll go back up there in a moment. But if you saw there on the second floor where you have the little hallway between the 2 wardrobes, that's actually the walk-through wardrobe to get into the bedroom, which I think came out very nicely. I would love to have a boudoir entrance like that. I think it feels very rich and very classy. And then I have these floating shelves in the kitchen, which you'll see, and I just load them full of stuff. And it causes me to do something a little different in this build than most builds I do. I keep all of the countertops completely free of clutter because I felt with, I hate that you can't raise those microwaves up, but anyway, I felt that because I put so much clutter in all of this open shelving, that I really wanted to keep the rest of it feeling very clean. I liked the linear look of those countertops, especially with that Volta stove, which is a custom content stove, which I'll also link to. So you'll see at the end, and let me know what you think in the comments. If you think that you liked the look of the completely clean, no clutter countertops, or if you kind of missed, all those little fun little knickknacks that we're used to putting on every time. I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I think what I came up with, I really ended up liking. So again, let me know what you think. But this kitchen is just so bright and so clean, and these countertops, you can see I'm trying to pick right now which color swatch to use, but I love these Peacemaker custom content countertops because, and you'll see in a moment, they have waterfall countertop edges, which is so cool. I love that their end pieces do that. I just love it, with a couple get together stools right there. So download them if you want to, if you can, if you don't mind using custom content. I think they are just so pretty and so fun. And Peacemaker, shout out to Peacemaker, makes the best custom content, if I do say so. It's really great. So check out their Tumblr, their downloads. I'll also link below. I believe this table I end up using is from their Oasis outdoor dining collection. Yep, I go back to that one, which is so pretty. It's just a really pretty wooden toned trellis table, which is so nice. And so I don't end up using those plastic chairs. I do really like them. I thought that the blue tone went really well with the kitchen, but in the end, I felt that the house was looking a little bit femme. And I wanted to have it feel very balanced because I wanted this to be a very open, a very clean feeling, a very modern home. But I wanted it to kind of feel like I would want it too, which I like to think I'm a woman and I like bright, light colors, but I also have a little bit of a masculine flair. And so I wanted this to be where a woman like me could live, or a dad, or really anyone, a young adult, a couple young adults. Let me know what kind of Sims you would like to live in this house. Would your Sims like to live in this house? yeah, so we're upstairs, and right now I put two double beds in, but one of the rooms becomes a very cute, adorable, if I dare say, an adorable children's bedroom. So we're about to work on the family room. And I love these built-ins. Those are custom built-ins next to a Maxis bookcase. I could not find the right color swatch, so I end up switching out this bookcase, I believe. The color match is a little bit better. Yeah, here we go. Yes, and then I'm able to match those, and I just slide them over. And if you don't know how to free slide your objects like that or free rotate them, hold down Alt. So it's the button two to the left of your space bar. If you hold that, you can actually, it doesn't lock them to the grid spaces. So you can nudge things a little bit left, a little bit right, kind of mush them together, make things overlap, as you'll see me do several times in this build. But now we're trying to just figure out the office, and I did want to have kind of those wraparound look desks that I feel like a lot of designers use, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people that, are on their computers a lot. So having a home office in this home I felt was very important, and I wanted it to be a place that you could just, get a lot of work done, take conference calls, maybe even sit and read a book. So you'll see I put a little custom chair in there and that beautiful painting that comes in so many cool color swatches. That's not the actual color swatch we end up going with, but I would not have mind leaving it because I love that yellow and that pop of blue. I think it's very pretty and very rich looking and nice. But all of the swatches on that custom Peacemaker painting are so beautiful. So again, we'll link below. Highly recommend downloading just all these really beautiful things that people spend the time to go and create because they love The Sims just like you and I. Clutter time. I wanted this house to feel lived in. I didn't want it to feel perfect. I felt that having just kind of a lot of stuff everywhere, having it feel like put together but like lived in. So you could tell that this person has kids, you can tell that they're a working parent. But they do take the time to, buy nice things and make sure everything is quality, and they have a designer eye, and I think this home really reflects that. I think that this is a fun home that, I would want to live in. I've said it 5 times. And I think that's why I build. It's a little bit of wish fulfillment in a way. It's, I get to vicariously feel like I'm, close to these like amazing designer homes, whereas, that stove in real life would probably cost $12,000 and, more than, my car is probably worth at this point. And so it's just fun. I just love to build. I love always having new items. I love seeing what people out on the internet are creating. And it's fun. And thank you so much for spending the time with me and watching my build and enjoying it. Or I hope you enjoy it. Maybe you don't. But if you do like it, give it a thumbs up in the description so I'll know. And I appreciate it. I love you so much too. And here we go. We're just still cluttering away. I actually end up deleting quite a few of those items because I moved the shelves and things just don't really line up around the refrigerator quite well. But I really am liking how this is all starting to look along that blue wall. And I had trouble stacking these plates. They just don't stack right. There's a little gap between them, so I just end up going with the one stack. I really wish Max has had that in their games, is just more plates and cups and kind of these fun things that you could put on open shelving, because I feel like open shelving's become really popular in real life, and people's have these beautiful plates and cups and they want to show them off, and that's more common in general, so it'd be nice to have that reflect in our game. But then again, we also have vampires and aliens and a lot of crazy things that do not exist in real life, and I think that's also the fun of the game, is that it's not 100% accurate and real and believable. So, it's fine that we don't have every little thing we would actually use in real life. And I do a little mirrored backslash here. We're almost done. I promise we're almost done with the clutter. I spent, God, I don't know how long. I guess I could look at the video of how long this took me. But I'm really happy with how this came out. I think that it looks believable. It looks real. It looks like a lived-in space. And I like it. I like all the white, I like all the bright. I think that it looks clean, and this is a very well put together sim. I think they would be a very stylish sim, and also I think the bedroom reflects that when we get up to the master. But yeah, let me look at the open countertops and let me know what you think now that all the clutter's up there. I've just felt like if I put any more crap, excuse me, if I put any more stuff on the counters, it just would have make the kitchen look too much. You know what I mean? It just would have looked, there's so much already in there on those shelves that let me know if you agree in the comments or not. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I do something really fun, I guess. On the outside, you'll see in a minute I do fountain squares in between the blocks. Wasn't planning on doing that, but I just had this weird shape with those cement squares, and felt like it needed a little more, so I started experimenting with plants and end up doing little fountain squares, as you'll see in a little bit. And we added a carport. We're jumping ahead a little bit. I changed a couple things. I made that console in the living room navy again. I just felt like things were getting a little too femme. It's very white, it's very clean, it's very anthropology, I guess you could say. And so I wanted to masculine it up a little bit. So I'm going to change that painting again, and make a few other tweaks to the dining room as well. Nope. Yep, that's the one we end up on. I couldn't decide for so long, and that painting made me so happy feeling. So I liked it. And then the bathrooms in this house, to be honest with you, I was furnishing this at 4 in the morning. I think I couldn't sleep. I actually didn't build before I go to bed, and I'm wondering if that's why I couldn't sleep. But I was furnishing this at 4 in the morning, and after doing all that clutter and the office, I was so tired, and I still had to do the whole upstairs. So the bathrooms are all the same. They're all the same tile. They are all the same wall tile. They are, I think, the same showers. Maybe the sinks are different. That mirror I'm obsessed with, so I just always use that mirror. Any build, but I think I use the same mirror in, if not all 3, then at least 2 of the bathrooms. But yeah. Allie got tired. The bathrooms I couldn't figure out. So they're the same. They're very similar. I don't think I even included all 3 screenshots in the final at the end here. But we're working on the upstairs family room now. And this is so bland right now. I'm trying to figure out a way to add color, and everything that I'm liking and adding is the same tone of white and that light Scandinavian wood. It looks like IKEA, and I darken things a little bit, and that kind of starts to help. But once I get that rug in there, I kind of start to get a vibe for it. I'm like, okay, we're gonna go burnt oranges, we're gonna go burnt reds, and then I think I pull from that inspiration as well in the bedroom, because the bedroom, I know it sounds weird, but the bedroom will be orange and black. So this room is also kind of orange and burnt reds, and I think that livens up those light wood tones. And then the greenery also plays off really nicely with the red and orange in that rug, and then the reddish tones in that bookcase, and it just looks nice. I think it comes out. It feels homier, because it was feeling very, very, very bland. Pillows! I don't know if anyone uses pillows, but I love them, and they don't inhibit the function of the couch or chair you put them on, which is nice. So this is all player tested, and your Sims can still sit there totally fine. Some little art supplies I thought would be cute up here. Maybe someone in the family's an artist, one of the kids. I don't actually think I put I meant to put a easel down in the office near the closet, but you could also put one out on the porch if you wanted to, but I did not include one, so you'll have to add that. And I love that little radio on the console table behind the couch. These curtains are my favorite curtains. I use them all the time in everything. Also will be linked below. They are so great. We really lack in this game curtains that fit all of the windows that come in the game, which is kind of a bummer. I feel like every window should come with at least one curtain that fits it and comes in good color swatches, but that's not always the case. And so these draperies are a lifesaver because they come in a whole bunch of different colors and they are every height and every width. So whether it's a single window, a double window, or a triple window, or it's any wall height, they will fit every type of window, which is so nice. And if you agree and need some more window coverings for your game, please download them. I will link to them in the description. See, I'm working on these bathrooms. Again, just pretty standard. One of them is off of the kids' room, and then this is the master. Again, it also looks a little smushed, but it is all player tested. They can get to the shower, they can use the toilet, they can use the sink. And here we go. Orange and black is what we're going with in here. And it sounds very strange, but I think with the art and the greenery that we end up adding, it works. And keeping the walls very light and the curtains white and the floors very light and bright, I think it ties it all together. And that rug, I love that rug. Also a custom rug. Just looks very rich and very nice. Gonna do some lighting. Black and orange, it works. I don't know why it works. It's not supposed to work. I don't even like the color orange. But here we are, getting towards the end of our build now. What do we have left? We have outside with a pool. Oh, and the kids' room. Oh, I can't wait to show you the kids' room. So this is definitely something, in addition to the draperies, that I think is a must download if you are looking for some custom content. It is the Kids Pack by Peacemaker, and they have the cutest beds and the cutest bedding, which again comes separate, so you can mix and match, which is mwah, love it. Really cute toddler beds. There's a really adorable bookshelf that goes in here in the shape of a giraffe. It's just really nice, and they are very modern. They feel European, but just cutesy stuff. If you feel like the game is lacking a little bit in kids furniture, I will link below in the description, and you can get these little pieces if there's anything you see that you like. But I also do use, just your standard little soccer lamp that comes in base game and the little cloud light. I love that cloud light. And there's the little giraffe bookcase, which I think is so cute. And we just put little toys. Lots of clutter in this house, but somehow it still feels clean and streamlined, even though there's stuff everywhere. There's so much stuff everywhere. That plant I use everywhere. That plant I use in every single build. Every single one. What a cute little toy box. I love that toy box. And again, just the option of color swatches, the fact that there's 30 different color swatches options as opposed to 4 or 6 is just really nice. So you can be more creative. I think you can mix and match. You can use the same pieces over and over and over again and not get bored with them. So shout out to custom content makers for, clearly playing the game and knowing, what the people want, which is more color swatches, more options. Especially if you're like me and you build a lot, you kind of start to go through the same pieces over and over again and you're drawn to. So it's nice to always add to your game and mix it up. Need a little wine rack. I think that's what I'm going to find. Yeah. Wasn't sure what to do on that wall because it's kind of a walkway pass through and I didn't want to block off, walking behind those bar stools. I didn't want it to feel too tight. And then the outside, I also have some gardening. If your Sim's a gardener, do some grilling, do some gardening. I left that back deck, it's not the back deck, the top deck. There's a door to it. You can get to it. I left that open for now because I wanted it to feel very clean on the outside. I think all I put is a picnic table and that's it. And so if you wanted to put yoga mats up there or, another eating area or, table and chairs, really anything, another grill, feel free to. I mean, there's all that empty space it's very indoor outdoor living home. But for now I just left it open so that it felt, not too cluttered. Again, the outside I want it to feel very minimalistic, very masculine. And then the inside just to have this very light nature quality to it and very welcoming and homey. We're jumping ahead a little bit. It took me a while to figure out the landscaping, but I added some trees. We're just doing some final lighting touches. There we go. I don't use that light enough. It's a very cute light. But again, I always like to make sure my houses look great at night. I think they show so pretty, and especially if you're having a party or having a sim over, you know, you just want it to feel kind of fun, inviting. And we go with a slate tile, which I love that slate tile. I can't remember what pack. That might be base game. I don't remember. Some floor lights. And oh yeah, this is where I'm trying to figure out this weird, I'm not sure what to do. And here we go with the fountains. Yes. There we go. And there we go. That's the end right here. I think I show you guys the fountain running. Look how pretty. Could you imagine walking up to that house? And the living room right when you walk in, I think is so nice and inviting. That's the view when you walk in to the kitchen, just all open. I didn't do a railing, I realized, but I kind of like the look of that. I know it wouldn't be decode, but let's just imagine in Sims World it's fine. Oh, there is a paper towel on the counter. It's the only thing on the counter. But I like that look. Look at that. Looking back, and you can have all the people sitting. This is the downstairs bathroom. Very nice. The office, which looks so nice. Such a nice, pretty view outside. That painting is beautiful. The upstairs family room where I did do the exterior block on that back wall. And the view outside. I think this room came out so inviting. It felt so cold when we started, and then you see that planter, just the greenery. Oh, the bedroom, the orange and black bedroom, which somehow works and doesn't feel crazy. Love it. And there's that fancy walkway walking through the wardrobe. I love that. I haven't done that before. How cute is this kid's room? I would love to be in this room if I was a little kid, I think. I would have loved this. It's so happy. And their bathroom stairs, kind of plain. And the outside, Allie gets tired. I love that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys, tonight. This was so great and so nice. Look how pretty with the sunset. If you like this, feel free to download it, like it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.